But the fact of the matter is I was very addicted to suboxone, and I was taking large quantities of it literally to the door. So even in state prison, I was doing suboxone, and then eventually I ended up getting released. And when I got released, I was fucked up. I was high. I remember kind of waiting in the processing holding tank type area, waiting for my people to come pick me up so I can experience freedom. And I remember just being high even then. So yeah, I got very addicted to this substance, and I came home with this addiction. And when I came home, eventually I stopped using it. But where this kind of led me is to it led me into using other things. So I was smoking weed very heavily. From smoking weed, I would have to drink. I was smoking a bunch of cigarettes, and eventually I actually started using fentanyl percs. Now this only lasted for a short time, but this put me into some very dangerous circumstances and experiences. And I actually believe that at the time, I was with this person. This person was my partner, my girlfriend, and I actually think that she almost died a couple of times. But I was so desensitized and just in these cycles of trying to numb myself out that I didn't necessarily take it very seriously. I didn't really think about it too deeply into much later, kind of just reflecting back on it. But there's times where her lips were blue and I couldn't get her up, and I had to shake her up or kind of get her in the shower and stuff like that, and she was fine after. But we were in some very toxic cycles together, sniffing these fentanyl percs. A lot of people die from fentanyl percs because you don't really know how much fentanyl is in the perc. You never know. There's no way to regulate it. So one day you could do a bunch and be fine, and then the next day you could do the same amount and actually OD and die. And I think that even though I tried to be very careful with it, and so did she, I think both of us were actually close to that point. Now, I did stop using the fentanyl percs, but this led me back into drinking and smoking marijuana and always needing nicotine, and I just continued on in these cycles. Now, at the time, I was performing a lot of different occult rituals. In fact, I started doing this very